Hello, welcome to Sound and Fury Book Reviews. As usual, I am Tina. Today I'm doing a book review of Alien Clay by Adrian Tchaikovsky. This is a book that came out March 2024 from Tor. It is a sci-fi book. I received this art from NetGalley in exchange for a fair review, which is kind of weird because it came out quite a while ago. But I guess it's another edition. Maybe it's the UK version or something. Anyway, I was super stoked to get it because it has been on my list for quite a while, despite seeing some rather lackluster reviews of it. I was even going to kind of listen to it on Audible, but then I saw this on NetGalley and okay, perfect. I'm going to be honest about this. This book was a little bit boring for me. I'm sorry. What is it about? They traveled into the unknown and left themselves behind. On the distant world of Kiln lies the ruins of an alien civilization. It's the greatest discovery in humanity's spacefaring history. Yet who were its builders, and where did they go? Professor Arton Dagdev have always wanted to study alien life up close. Then his wishes became a reality in the worst way. His political activism sees him exiled from Earth to Kiln's extrasolar labor camp. There, he's condemned to work under an alien sky until he dies. Kiln boasts a ravenous, chaotic ecosystem like nothing seen on Earth. The monstrous alien life interacts in surprising, sometimes shocking ways with the human body, so Arton will risk death on a daily basis. However, the camp's oppressive regime might just kill him first. If Arton can somehow escape both fates, the world of Kiln holds a wondrous, terrible secret. It will redefine life and intelligence as he knows it, and it might just set him free. This book should have been something that I loved. Ancient alien ruins, that's like my favorite sci-fi trope of all time. But there is more focus in this book on Arton and his revolution antics against his jailers than excavating or investigating said alien ruins. I mean, there's a little bit of that, but the ruins don't really come into the story until like the 50% mark, other than in passing. And most of that is bogged down by action scenes that, because I wasn't super into the characters, I didn't find had a great deal of tension, and I found myself zoning out a bit. It's weird. The book has characters I should have found compelling because I'm quite anti-establishment myself. I'm always on board with revolutionaries, but I found myself just not particularly drawn to anyone. Like, I loved the characters in the Children of Time series, but in this one I don't know, I just didn't find the impetus to really kind of connect with anyone. Generally, if the characters don't jive with me, but the setting of the plot is great, I can still find the story really compelling, but the other two aspects weren't as interesting to me either. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just like a fluke. Given the Spider Society in Children of Time, I expected some really cool aliens here, but in truth, the revelation at the end was less than interesting and kind of predictable. Like, I've seen variations of this before many times. True, this version is a bit more precise, outlining things in terms of biology and realism, but I wasn't blown away by it by any means. I think the problem is that the situation doesn't really allow for much exploration. We rarely see the ruins, and the planet is so hostile to human life that most of the time it's just the characters trying to avoid interacting with it rather than studying it. It felt like someone said to me, "Hey, I knew you were super hungry and you love pizza, so I ordered a lovely pizza for us." And then the pizza ends up being that abomination, pineapple. So you end up having to pick around all the offensive bits, but even the good stuff is tainted by the acidic tinge of that tropical blech. This book was like that. I just couldn't enjoy the little bits of the book I did like because I had to slog through the rest of it. Maybe that's being too harsh, but that's kind of how I felt. I didn't care about Arton or his friends. I've seen other reviewers saying that they didn't like Arton, but I had nothing against him personally. I was kind of more ambivalent to him than anything else, and I think that was the thing. I didn't really care. Normally I'm behind, a whole take down the oppressive regime thing, but nothing excited me about this story. It just fell a bit flat to me on a whole bunch of levels. I'm not saying that Tchaikovsky isn't a great writer, because he's a fantastic writer, but something about this book just didn't work for me. And sometimes that happens, and who knows, maybe it was a personal thing in my brain. I don't know. Now, given this book has been out for quite a few months, let me know in the comments if you read it and if you enjoyed it, if you did enjoy it, what you liked about it. And if this is not your first book of his, whether you liked this one better than the others. I'm just curious, because clearly I like the Children of Time books better than this one. But sometimes, I don't know. That's fine. I do really appreciate the e-arc, though, so thank you so much, Tutor. Please don't deny me other arcs in the future because of this one. As I said, he is a great writer. This one just didn't jive for me for some reason. Yeah, so thanks.